This time, the focus is on Hanoi. The city has recently been experiencing air pollution, foggy skies, and high-rise buildings submerged in a layer of white dust.
Well, Sonang, it's important to note that besides unusual weather, emissions from gasoline-powered vehicles are also a major factor. And addressing this issue has become urgent, and establishing low-emission zones is seen as a practical solution. The Hanoi People's Council recently approved a resolution on low-emission zones regulations with a phased implementation roadmap. Let's take a look.
In the first phase, Hanoi plans to pilot low-emission zones from July 1st, 2026 on Ring Road 1, including 9 wards. From January 1st, 2028, the plan to ban gasoline-powered motorbikes will be expanded to Ring Road 2, including 14 wards. By January 1st, 2030, the scope of the plan will expand to Ring Road 3 and across 36 wards and communes. Within low-emission zones, the city will ban gasoline-powered motorbikes and mopeds during certain hours or in specific areas. Commercial motorbike transport services operating on digital platforms, ride-hailing apps, will also be prohibited from operating within these zones. The city will also limit and eventually ban cars that do not meet Level 4 emission standards from circulating in low-emission zones according to time frames or areas. Hanoi is also tightening regulations on new registrations for fossil fuel vehicles. Old vehicles, particularly vehicles owned by organizations, will not be granted new controlled registrations. Gasoline and diesel trucks over 3.5 tons will also be prohibited from entering designated areas.
Also, now it can be seen that Hanoi is determined to pilot a low-emission zone. And this move has attracted a lot of attention from experts as well as local residents.
Yes, and this initiative is seen as a positive step towards the improving air quality and creating a healthier living environment for the capital. However, there are still concerns about how it will be implemented and the timeline for its rollout. Let's take a closer look.
This motorbike is Home's daily transport. A resident of Hwan Kiom Ward, prized for its convenience and suitability for families living in narrow alleys and small streets. His family currently owns 4 petrol-powered motorbikes for daily travel.
I fully support the city's policy, but I do have some concerns. With our current roads and infrastructure, how will parking and pickup points be organized for vehicles?
Also living in the area, Chen Thị Kim Dong's family has proactively switched to greener vehicles ahead of the low-emission zone implementation. Yet, she believes a coordinated approach is needed for everyone to participate.
I sold my petrol motorbike and bought an electric one on my own, with no support from anyone, but it felt right. Infrastructure is important, of course, but there also need to be more charging stations, which I think the government should invest in.
There will be partial financial support for providing vehicles, for example, but workers like me will pay it off gradually.
Experts emphasize that authorities need clear regulations on applicable hours in areas, support mechanisms, and enforcement measures. Policy impact assessments should be carried out regularly to allow timely adjustments.
You might travel from one side to another for school or work. How will goods be transported from outside into the zone? These situations need specific plans.
The low-emission zone in Hanoi offers a chance to improve air quality, but also raises concern about infrastructure and support mechanisms. Coordinated policies and proactive citizen participation will be key to the project's success, paving the way for a cleaner, greener capital.